Invoker getting out of control late game with the
Hey guys, just quick, sorry about this. We are waiting for the teams. There is a delay as per usual. This is South Africa and this is South Africa time. So I'm gonna play some music for you guys. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll hit you guys up as soon as possible. Hey guys, what is up? Hope you guys doing well. So we're about to enter the drafting stage at the moment. We're just waiting for everything to finish up and we'll kick in. We're about to enter the drafting stage at the moment. So we got bans coming out for safe lane carries at the moment. Wraith King being banned out by Rage Quit Reborn, and then we got Lejund Skwad. I think I might just have to edit something here. Rage Quit, it's not Rage Quit Gaming, it's Rage Quit Reborn. We're about to enter the drafting stage at the moment. So we got bans coming out for edit that for you guys. Wraith King being banned and that's it. By Rage Quit Reborn. And then so we got an Oracle ban and a Nature's Prophet ban. So mix of bans coming out from Rage Quit Gaming at the moment. But the first pick is Shadow Demon. Now Shadow Demon, great hero if you have a setup, something that combines with great with Lina, something with Marana, anything with a delayed stun, even an Invoker if you want to play Invoker Sunstrike. Yeah, we are looking at that. Let's quickly see audio. We'll put some Dota music up for you guys. Hey Nicolene, thanks for joining in. Alright, we got a Pudge coming out for Lejund Skwad. Pudge, nice hero in the mid. At the moment, I'd rather prefer him if not being played at a mid, so we're like a roaming mid. You need to be off the map if you're playing Pudge. The enemy needs to be scared of you. I don't like him in offline. I don't like him as a position 1. Yes, môre meneer Rolf. Dankie yes, ek waardeer. With the Pudge, yeah, you want to be off the map. You don't want to be visible, so I prefer him as a support because you're not losing out on farm then. Yes, I remember there was a patch where he was really strong, great in the offlane, but we need to remember the Dota is an evolving game and it keeps on changing. Witch Doctor, on the other hand, great hero for support and mid. I really like the Pudge, the Witch Doctor pick. You can always stun into Pudge Hook, so great setup for him there. Then what we got is a Slardar pick. Slardar probably going to be your offlane hero for Rage Quit Reborn. William Maishoki. Yeah. And he's probably going to be your offlane hero. Great anti-armor hero. Also with SD can be set up for that stun of his. So yeah, great hero guys, great hero.
10 seconds remaining.
We got bans coming out, so it looks like Rage Quit Reborn is banning Axe being most probably an offlane, and then Lifestealer being safe lane, Necro being offlane mid hero. Bans coming out from Lejund Skwad is the PA and the Undying. Alright, those bans coming out.
10 seconds remaining.
And it looks, I don't know any of them, so I go with the flow and learn. Well, to be honest, I don't know any of these teams. These teams are new this season, this month, so they have not been shown before. I don't know who plays what position even, so I'm with you there. And I have no idea who's going to be. Okay, so there's the Lina ban. Like I said, Lina doing great with the Shadow Demon. So with her being out, they're fine. Nice picks. I love it when a team really knows what they want to draft. So with Tidehunter coming out, I reckon Slardar might be in your safe lane, so they might choose him as a safe lane carry, which
10 seconds remaining.
Versus 2 range heroes, he's going to be kited a lot. Now there is a lot of squishy heroes, so he will be able to melt heroes later in the game, but yeah, I'm not a fan of him in the safe lane. Tidehunter, great in the offlane, great AoE stun. There's a bit of a synchronization with the Slardar and Vengeful Spirit, where you can swap into Slardar stun. I can Suki, but I can step on toes and massage better later. Here we go. But yeah, so with the AoE stun coming out from Tidehunter, that's a great team fight coming in from him. He's also great versus melee heroes, so you don't really want a melee safe lane carry at the moment. You'd want a ranged hero. Being that they've already picked Drow, Drow probably going to be a safe lane carry, potentially mid. But if she's a mid, she's not a rotating mid really. She wants farm, she wants basic 2 items before she wants to really fight. So yeah, not really the hero that you want. Rage, yeah, I saw they played last night, but the squad names that were given to me was Rage Quit Gaming, and I didn't think this was them. So Rage Quit Reborn, yeah, it makes sense. And I actually didn't go research onto Rage Quit Reborn because I didn't think it was the same team. But alas, so we've got a Snapfire coming in, the old grandma with her pet.
10 seconds remaining.
And pretty good hero once again.
5 seconds
They've got a
remaining.
very flexible draft at the moment. Pudge can go mid, Drow can go mid, Snap can go mid, Pudge offlane, Snap offlane. Although I reckon it's going to be Witch Doctor
Radiant
Snap
team
supports,
back, team
and
back.
Pudge offlane, Drow probably safe lane, and then they're going to be picking mid lane last. We've got bans coming out from Rage Quit Gaming, so they're banning the Bristleback, thinking that they still need offlane heroes, and then an Omni Knight, which is a support. So they're not really focused on a specific role that they want to ban
10
out.
seconds remaining.
Whereas
Radiant team
with Lejund Skwad, you see more of a, like, they have more of a idea, more of a direction in what they're banning. You can see those last 3 bans, all of them being mid hero bans. The first 3 bans were all safe lane hero bans. So they have a direction, whereas with Rage Quit Warning, I think they're banning reactively at the moment. So we got a TA for the mid, and we got a Timber for the offlane. So what have we got? Pudge mid, Drow safe lane, and Timber offlane. Is that it? We'll see. And then for Rage Quit Reborn, we have TA mid, Tidehunter going in your offlane, Slardar being your safe lane with your supports in Vengeful Spirit and SD. Pretty good, pretty good. Now guys, I do not have the webcam on at the moment. I just think that it is a bit more immersive if I don't have the webcam on. Let me know if you guys will want it on, but I mean, it's not much. I've got an ugly mug. You don't want to look at me the whole night. So when it comes to these drafts, what do you guys think? Who do you favor? Het Game of Thrones 'n retarded draak gehad. Jy praat van Snapfire. Nee, ek weet nie, dude. Ek het nie so ver gekyk dat ek gesien het hulle het 'n retarded draak nie. Maar hy lyk so. Dit lyk meer soos hy How to Train Your Dragon, maar soos dis net die swartie. Alright, ladies and gents, let's see, we need a free camera, we need Foggle for both teams.
Battle.
Let's starting items. Which typical supporting items? Drow, starting off with a Quelling Blade. Not often you see the ranged heroes going off with a Quelling Blade. It's only 4 increased damage. I would much rather go for a Fairy Fire. You get much more value from it, being that burst heal coming out from it. So yeah, interesting choice of items there. Then your Pudge going for nice armor, strong armor build in the early game, which then can also be changed into his boots, obviously. Timbersaw offlane getting some nice stat items. I like that. No mana regen though, but he does have the recipe for Soul Ring queued up, so that's going to be his items. And then Snappy being the support hero, yeah, some decent items. And he's got the Sage's Mask. Hopefully upgrades it so he has some mana regen for his Timbersaw. Now at the moment we've got 3 heroes posturing in the top lane for Lejund Skwad. At the moment you've got SD and Tide Hunter together going to your safe lane. Nice items coming out from TA, and there is a ward spotting out this TA's movements. We see some engagement going on at the bottom, but they're going to be a bit late. They rotated just a bit late, so it should be an even trade of ruins going out, and everyone's going to be off to their lanes. Alright, so we got a pathway already cut into the lane, and then we got a lane ward coming out at little Dark Seer posted. When you're looking at this mid lineup, I'm going to favor the TA for the nice spot. But I'm going to favor TA in this lane matchup. But just going to have a hard time. He does have quite a bit of armor, so that's great item choices from him. But it's going to be difficult. We've got a dewarding battle happening between Avenge and the Snapfire. Slaughter is coming in, but he decides against it, and you can see them chasing around. We got an aggression coming out. Is he going to go down one more wave? No. Only has disruption, so if he had Shadow Poison, that would be a Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor making it away just barely. Snapfire in the bottom lane also losing quite a lot of HP. Ben shouldn't dive tower for this, but he does get that kill. So great stun coming out, and he didn't even take a lick of damage from that tower. That is great. So first blood, that's going to set up that Venge. Nice for the early game. It's really something I see. A lot of aggression coming out in this top lane as well. There is a setup coming from the SD, the disruption. And then Tide Hunter can move in for his Anchor Smash and Gush damage. So that's pretty decent. When we're looking at, let's say, last hits versus the Knives, Fudge is above TA at the moment. TA is dishing out quite a bit of a rush damage. There's a 1v1 battle. They're all going out. Who's going to win this? TA will win this battle. Fudge, if she can catch up to them, though. And, oh, that uphill miss. Fudge escapes by the luck of Gaben. Guys, that is the uphill miss for you. If that one hit, that was a dead Fudge. So, yeah. Fudge has gone to get his ruin. He doesn't have a bottle though. Neither does TA, so TA is luckily close to the tower. She's got to dodge those hooks now. She gets hooked at the moment. She is dead. Dodges the hook. Great stuff. Great stuff. Now on this bot lane, I don't think Timber should die very easily. The supports can die, especially Venge. Venge is such a squishy hero, especially in the early game. But like Venge, when you pick a Venge as a position, as any of the supports, Venge's goal is to die. She's going to swap in and die. She offers her life to get someone out of position, and that's just how you play it.
Never.
Call of Duck Duck. They nerfed the Duck Duck. The Duck Duck's not that strong anymore. You can see them going in after Drow quite a bit. So Drow is taking a good amount of harass, and she's farming terribly. Only 3 last hits. TA versus Pudge. Pudge is getting meta last hits as well. So at the moment he's doing pretty well. TA is struggling on those last hits, unfortunately. But as the level comes in, she's going to catch up with the farm real nice as well. The advantage for Pudge is he has the rot, and he also skilled 2 levels into rot, which is great because that means he deals quite a bit of damage with that rot. What's happening here? We have a dead Snapfire. I'm pretty sure they do good positioning, good body blocking coming in from the Slardar, and they will get that kill. Great work. Not just thinking about right clicking, but also thinking about that body blocks. I really like the way this guy is playing. Even though I don't like the hero in the safe lane, the player seems pretty good. Wanneer lig hier rond, jy like het nie. Dis 'n kak game daai. Ek het vandag weer gewen sonder om die ouens dood te maak. Die ou dood gaan in gas. Ek sal vir nou nou 'n video stuur. Alright, but back to casting. Sorry about that. We've got a lot of chat going on, and yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. Thanks for viewing and spending your time here with me. So disruption out onto the witch, but that's just harassment coming out from him. Tidehunter seems to be farming quite happily. We've got engagement in mid. TA getting some right clicks into Pudge. Pudge is on the tower, so he's got quite a decent stack of armor. TA is chasing a bit deep though. Pudge turns around with a rotten hook. Nah, TA does get him. Luckily the tower is focused on the creeps, so yeah. Good on her for noticing that and being the aggressor. Now she can spend some time catching up on that farm. There's a lot of ward battles going on in the bot lane as well. Venge versus the Snap.
Dire's middle
So
tower
yeah, we've got
is
a
under
lot of
attack.
things. They're blocking off camps left, right and center, trying to stop the pulls.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Alright. So Pudge being behind the TA. TA is going to reach level 6 first, and then I'd look for her to be quite aggressive in lane, trying to force this Pudge out more and more so that she can start harassing, well, getting more last hits, farming up. Tidehunter, both the offlanes doing swell. When it comes to your mids, Pudge has got the overhand, aggression onto the Witch Doctor. I'm looking at stats. We got a hook from Pudge, but he will go down again. Like I said, Pudge is going to have a hard time versus this TA. It's just a lane matchup. Pudge being a melee hero, it sucks going in versus a TA. You need your positioning really well, and there's not much you can do about it, unfortunately. What I want to see from Pudge is he needs to disappear from lane, disappear off the map, and start landing hooks. Alright, the enemy needs to be scared at all times. That is how you dominate with a Pudge, or a hero like a Pudge. They need to be scared of nice, quickly coming in, and now they turn the aggression towards the Slardar. Luckily, Venge is keeping them at bay, seeming quite healthy, getting 2 levels into that missile. So TA level 7 already, he's level 7.5, where Pudge is only about 5 and 2/3 basically. So Pudge losing out in that lane quite hardly, even though he's above in last hits. Let's look at the net worth at the moment. TA is above him in the net worth due to the 2 kills that she has gotten. Oh, Pudge does get his payback there. Looks like he hit level 6 and was able to rot, eat, and just get rid of that TA's shield. Alright, got aggression on the top, more harassment damage, just taking care of each other.
Radiant's middle tower is
It was
under
like
attack.
I'm in a war zone, this server is kind of cooked. We seem to be doing pretty well with the servers lately, eh? It's not been too bad. I've been getting solos when you play Resurgence. I've been getting a lot of solos from about after, say, 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Dire's top tower is
We've
under
been getting a lot
attack.
of pokes. So the combo of Witch, Witch almost going down, but combo of Witch and Drow getting a kill.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, Witch Doctor has his boots inbound. And you can see this warding blocking off camps still all the same at the bottom. So they haven't been doing warding much lately. I think they've just accepted their fates. Oh, the Tidehunter has his Meteor Hammer up. So he skipped boots, everything went to Meteor Hammer. In his case, I would like the Meteor Hammer. It's not a bad item. Oh, that is a Ravage being used, and he's not going to get that kill. That is unfortunate. Need to do the math there, Mr. Tidehunter. You need to do the math there. We've got to poke onto the TA. TA does not have any shields, so she's going to lose out on this fight, unfortunately. That is Pudge getting in. So Pudge is getting some of his flesh heap stacks, and when caught off just rightly, does really well. And then a hero going down in the top lane, or 2 heroes going down in the top lane. Snapfire going down along with the Slardar. That is your position 1 and position 2 dying at the same time. Aggression on the Tidehunter, and Tidehunter also goes down. That's a Maledict combo with the Paralyzing Cask and Drow's Frost Arrows. It is quite hectic. From what I can see at the moment, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Who do you like more? Who's dropped?
Radiant's middle
Lejund
tower
Skwad seems
is
to be
under
doing
attack.
pretty well. Even though, you know, they've only got 3 in the, let's see the net worth. Yeah, 3 in the top 4 or 5 net worth, so they are doing well. There's a lot of jungle action happening over here. A lot of heroes in the jungle at the same time, where the bottom lane is completely open, but you have the same over here. 3 heroes in the top jungle, Pudge going back into mid. He needs to be careful. There's a Venge close by. So there's a bit. He does get a hook under tower, and that is most probably going to be a dead TA. Is it? No, TA is fighting back. Yeah, TA is dead. Rotation coming in from the Slardar. Pudge being disrupted up. Some stacks. There's 2 stacks. It's not going to be enough. Pudge will be able to shrug that off and walk his way back to base. We got Timber. We got even our position 1 rotating. Pudge actually coming back to hook his position 1, saving him up. And now you'll have your position 1 diving tower 10 minutes in. That's not what you want to do, my friend. That's not what you do. You are feeding this Pudge. Do not dive tower this early. You're not tanky enough to do that. Pudge is eating up the VS, and that's a triple kill onto the area.
Is under attack.
So even though I just said, yeah, I like the Lejund Squad's draft and they're doing well, they just outdone themselves, really. And that is not even, that's not even them playing really well, rather than Rage Quit just being over aggressive. Slardar doesn't even have 1 complete item. He's got his boots, that's it, and he's diving towers. And that's not good. Where you at position 1, you should be out farming at the moment. So please stay in this bottom lane, hit some creeps. That's what you're gonna do. Act like you're in. Pudge, busy getting his HP up, just using his member on the creeps lane. Tide Hunter is here. Does land his ooh, Pudge does not have this member up. He does have a hook up. Tide Hunter should man fight this. He does have ult as well because TA is coming in. I would use that. I would use your ult, but earlier, not under tower. Now is a waste of time. Now you're just going to get heroes killed. Why go back in? I'm sorry, guys. This is messed up. Why? Do you not learn from your mistakes, guys? Do you not learn from your mistakes? You just did the same problem where you dive in under tower 11 minutes into a game and you die. You come back to lane and you do the exact same thing. That I don't get it. Literally, Rage Quit is throwing this game into the hands of the enemy, and it will now be Lejund Skwad's game to lose because of this. Alright, we see the SD coming over to the mid. We see a TA TPing in towards the mid, and let's see, we also got a Witch Doctor TPing. A Witch Doctor is level 6 with ult available, so that might be a dead TA again. That's a dead TA. Killing spree coming off a Witch Doctor. That's not what you want to see. That's a strong hero, but he is going to go down here. Pudge, nice movements around the map, keeping his whereabouts pretty unknown and waiting for his cooldowns to come back. A good swap in from the Venge. Now Pudge is in danger. He is Ravage. That is ult used up. Venge swap used up on him. Pudge is going to go down here. Great stuff. Oh, Pudge probably has the big ball. That's what I saw. I was about to say, who the hell has Hex this early in the game? But yeah. Alright, there's a good amount of aggression coming out both ways. We have the net worth lead going towards Lejund Skwad at the moment, 2k net worth. Pudge being at the moment, let's say, top of the net worth, along with Timber and Drow and Tide Hunter fighting for that top of the third place. But you can see at the moment Lejund Squad's heroes are pretty nicely set up and looking good. When you're looking at item progressions, Pudge does have his Vanguard, so he's tanking up nicely. Does throw a blind hook over there, does not land, but we do see 4 heroes for Rage Quit Gaming down in this bottom lane. So Pudge needs to be careful, and I think here they're going to converge on him. You can see the kiting around him. That is your position 1 going down like almost instantly. Not what you want to see, guys. That's your hero that wants to carry the lane. And I said in the draft I did not like the Slardar pick again. Nothing versus the player of Slardar, but it's just not a safe lane carry, unfortunately. Yes, it can, but it needs to be a certain amount of things that play in action. You need like multiple melee heroes. Now you're going up versus 3 ranged heroes, which means you're not going to get on the heroes to be able to bash them the whole time. You're going versus a Drow, which is a slow. You're going versus a Witch Doctor, which has a stun. Pudge slows, Snapfire slows, Cookie getting heroes out. It's not the lane or not the draft you want to be playing a Slardar into. Alright, looks like we got a bit of aggression coming in the mid here. Pudge hooking that SD. SD will be able to disrupt, but unfortunately, I think he should have disrupted himself. He would have survived longer. Disrupting Pudge, only allowing the Snapfire to get that kill, and then they are now focusing in on the TA. Pudge taking quite a bit of damage, and Pudge will go down over here. This is double kill onto your Timbersaw, and he is under tower. He's got 12, 30, 15 stacks of reactive armor, 17 stacks of reactive armor. That's a tanky boy, even with the armor negation coming in from the Tidehunter. He's still super tanky, and I don't think TA is going to do much to him here. It's going to tickle him. Alright, he is a tanky boy. Then we got Snapfire in the back line here, and he does take down the position 1 again. So at the moment you've got a, let's say, where are we? Pudge, which is 7 of 4. You've got a Drow, she's farming. She's doing what a position 1 must do. She is farming, she's not rotating, she's not engaging too much. She wants items. Like I said, she wants at least 2 items. She did go 4-star first, so she's trying to be able to play safe. I would have rather went Dragon Last because that would be able to, well, enable you to farm a little bit quicker. But 4-star, not the end of the world. It's not a terrible choice there. When you look at your TA, 3 for 6, your Venge, 1 for 3, Tidehunter, 1 for 3. Alright, your Slardar, 2 for 4. It's not what you want to see, boys. Timbersaw, 7-0. This guy is having a lacquer game. And he's got his hood, he's got his Lotus, so he is purely going to go for his tank, and he's on his way to getting his Shiva Guard as well. So building great items. I love this item build from this guy. A lot of heroes, a lot of players don't always itemize for the game. At Shiva's Guard, you want that because look at the armor negation. Rage Quit's draft had the Tidehunter negative armor, TA negative armor, Slardar negative armor, and Vengeful Spirit negative armor. Alright, so they had the idea of negative armor. I'd like them to build a AC on Lejund Skwad as well, but already the Shivas is going to help, but that is for your own armor. So he's armoring up for himself, but I don't even know, they don't really have an AC carrier unfortunately. Pudge is looking for an engagement in the hook. He's going to look for a hook. Pudge, it's swapped in. It's 4-5 heroes converging onto the Pudge. Witch Doctor is there. Witch Doctor does pause his cast out. Pudge is busy eating the Slardar. That's a dead Slardar. Pudge is a tanky boy. You don't want to engage on him. Why? Or if you want to engage onto the tank of the enemy team. Pudge still being able to live. Great cookie coming in from Snapfire over there. Witch Doctor is going to go down. But Pudge still in the back line, still have a lot of HP. And Timbersaw is your front line. He's just standing there, dancing around 4 enemy heroes, and they can do nothing versus him. It's a dodge. He is almost going down, or getting very low. And this might be... no, he's going to get out towards the back. I hear a Pudge ult going off. Yeah, Pudge ult onto the TA, just following up with her on the rod, and she goes down. This Timbersaw is being aggressive on like 2% HP. That is just the idea, that's the mentality. He feels unkillable. They are so far ahead at the moment. 6k net worth. Slardar, don't dive. Please do not die. Pudge gets swapped back in. That's once again not the hero you want to have swapped in.
I'll take that.
And unfortunately Venge does go down for her mistake. Please, stop swapping in the tanks, guys. If anyone's listening out there, if you play Dota, do not focus the tank. If you see the tank, avoid him. Work around him and go for your backline heroes. Alright? Because otherwise you're going to have some problems. Alright. Sorry about that. Let me just quickly get back in. I was just checking something on the side panel over there. Tidehunter really missioning towards his Mystic Staff. He only needs about, say, 2,400 gold, and he's got it for his Shiva's Guard. So look at slowing up the enemy, being able to catch up with him, and then obviously being a bit more tanky himself. This is all the armor negate. Pudge having the phase boots, also armoring up. He has 25 armor at the moment. He's got the plate mail. He's also going for a what looks like a Lotus Orb. So good item choices. I love the item choices coming out from Lejund Skwad over here. And once again, guys, I'm not being biased. It is. I'm just calling it as it is. I do not know these teams at all, so we call it as it comes. Alright, de-wooding coming on in mid. Looks like the teams are just laying back, farming a little bit. By now, I'd like Drow to be able to engage. 20 minutes in, she's got her Dragon Lance up. She's getting her Agnum Shard, and we got a smoke coming in from Reborn Gaming. Now, who they're going to like to go on? We've got a Blink Dagger on your Tidehunter. So, yeah, going for the Witch Doctor. If you're this far behind, go for the Witch Doctor. Please do. It's totally viable. You just want to play catch up. Oh, you got to finish up the kill though. And he does. Okay, that's Slardar being hooked. Slardar. He does get out there, and I'd like to see you disengage now. That's unfortunate. You lose your TA for a Witch Doctor. Not a viable trade. In and out. That's what you want. You're behind. You do not want prolonged fights because you do not have the tank ability of the enemy squad over here. So that's a Tidehunter Ravage going down, and use it to disengage. Run back, guys. Get under tower at the moment. Nice stun coming in from the Vengeful Spirit, and they are on the tower, exactly that. But unfortunately, we've got tanky boys over on Lejund Skwad at the moment. This Timber Saw, oh, beautiful, coming out from Arya. Arya landing that hook and being able to gobble up the Vengeful Spirit. This guy has got 14 fleshy stacks, 25k HP, and then Drow has joined the fight. Guys, like I said, I'd like to see her join the fight. Exactly what she does. This team is playing great. I love the way they play, the team synergy, the way they work together, the way the players think. I just like the way they play. That's how it is. We've got Snappy going onto high ground over here, giving vision for the Pudge, hoping to land a stun, but doesn't, unfortunately. Right, we do have a TA trap, so she is going to see this. Tidehunter does not have ult, doesn't have his tendrils of the deep though, so can do a decent AoE stun at the moment still. But I think you need to give up this. If you have ults available, yeah, by all means, well, the Tidehunter ult at least, that is your one team fight ability that you have. They lack burst damage, so what you want with a burst Venge is you want to swap a hero out of position, away from his team, and then burst them down. They don't have that. They have this idea of the negating the armor, but unfortunately, there's a lot of tanky boys over on Lejund Skwad, and once again, the itemization is freaking spot on from them, going for added armor. Oh, it's a lot of damage into the Venge. That's Tidehunter going in. Tidehunter is going to finish over Roshan, and he's going to pick up that Aegis, but he's also going to go down and immediately use that Aegis. So we have some aggression coming in from Reborn Gaming. Really good from them. TA might get this kill onto... No. Select your target, throw an ult, slow him down a bit, there we go. Slow him down, turn around, Fudge is going to turn around in 3, 2, 1. Turn around and eat. There we go. Now... TA looking to be in danger. Chasing too far. Look at where TA is. Look at where his squad is. Far away. So chasing just a little bit too deep there. Once again. Same as we had early game. These are tanky boys, guys. Even if they are on 10% HP, they are fat boys. Do not check. You are on the tier 2 towers. You are 2 support heroes versus 3 enemy heroes. Alright? And you are diving tier 2. No way. Over aggression coming in here from Team Reborn Gaming, and that is what is going to get them down. Alright, and once again, 9k net worth lead coming in. Drow being able to join the fight. This is great gaming from Lejund Skwad. Alright, now Drow, I would like to see Drow being pushing towers at the moment. Seeing as there's 3 enemy heroes dead, obviously mid tower's already taken, so it makes sense that she is slowly making her way to top, rather to go farm there and take out the top tower. She's going Manta, so you can disjoint some of the stuns. It makes sense. You can get rid of some of the slows. Not a bad item for the game at all. Butterfly also going to work out great, but then BKB, it's a decent BKB game. It's not the greatest, but it's still a decent BKB game. We've got a lot of physical damage coming out, but there's also the slows and the stuns coming in from them. Venge eventually will have well, 25. That's going to be a long way off, but that will then eventually pierce the BKB. Alright, now Drow could take out this Venge if she wanted to, but she doesn't have a proper engage tool, so you're looking for one of your other heroes to come and engage for you. Shiva's God is done, Lotus is done. What is your next item coming out for Timbersaw? I'd like to see a BKB coming out for him. Or finishing up the pipe, creating a pipe. Now, Snapfire is in a bit of trouble, Cookie is on cooldown, so he is going to go down here. But his teammates are right. Look at that. Beautiful. They disengage. But, okay, they get their hook. This position, the Tidehunter, and Tidehunter is going to go down. Now I want to see, yeah, again, a bit of an aggression coming in. Luckily, TA does get out this time. Okay, so TA does get out, TA does escape. But we've got the very mobile Timber. Okay, good disengage. Beautiful, guys. That is what I want to see. You know you're at a disadvantage, so disengage. Beautiful. Well done by Rage Quit Gaming. There, I really like the decisions they made there. They went in and out, dodging in and out of the fight, and it paid off in the sense that they did not lose too many heroes, right? Obviously, they didn't win that fight. They lost their Tidehunter, their position 3 for a position 4 Snapfire. But still, that is much better than all the other fights gone. So I'd call that a win for them so far. Alright, they are 9k network behind, so even the position 3, killing the position 3 for a position 4, I consider it a fair trade at this point. Alright, Slider does have his BKB, he has no initiation, but I see he might be wanting to go Silver's Edge, so that could negate some of the tankiness coming out from the enemy heroes. We got a Tidehunter. Ooh, he gets stunned just for crossing Ravage. He does hit that Ravage. That is a dead Witch Doctor. Drow is also in trouble at the moment. Drow gets stunned up. She's going to die. And now... Oh, no. That's the BKB coming out of Slardar. Okay, no, Slardar will get her eventually. Great stuff. Tidehunter is quite low. He goes down as well. Fudge eating onto that Slardar. Obviously, this... ooh, nice. We got Timber doing quite a bit of damage in the background over here. He's even taunting, asking for the high five coming out from the enemy over there. Great work. He knows he's a tanky boy. That's unfortunate. Timber chain onto the high ground. Not where he wants to be, luckily. Or unfortunately. Hook coming out just short from that Fudge. So, all in all, they get the Drow. They lose the position 3, position 5. But... or yeah, position 3 and 5, it's not end of the world there. Stopping that Drow, it's good, it's good. But they need some form of break, and I see Slardar is working on it with getting that Silver's Edge. Alright, so they are finally converging onto this tier 1 tower in the top lane. Shadow Demon needs to be careful here. He is all alone. There's no one close by to assist. So let that tower fall and have your team farm up a little bit. Slardar is 1k gold short of his Silver's Edge, or not Silver's Edge, but the Shadow Blade. Right. He did pick up Ogre X, a Ogre Sister, great item for him. It's a good mobility item because he does not have a blink. He did not go for the blink. He is relying on the engagement of the Tidehunter. So he wants to follow up. And that just helps him, gives him a little bit more mobility, and hopefully he uses that in his fight. Rashawn responding in 2 minutes, and then that's Fudge taking care of a TA. So early stages. Let's put it like this. If TA was not over-aggressive, did not die too much in the mid, she would have dominated this Pudge. But unfortunately at the moment, Pudge just started snowballing, and once Pudge starts snowballing, he is great. Don't get me wrong. I did have my say about the Pudge, not wanting him to be mid really. But this Pudge landing his hooks, he's playing really well. He's constantly going, and then I do see a dead Slardar. Slardar is going to be Okay, he does use BKB. Why do you silence? Bad play from the Drow, but not in the world. They are chasing onto the Slardar, and he's going to DP out. Good work from him. Unfortunately, that is the use of your BKB. You won't have it in your next fight. But it's fine, buddy. You stayed alive. Good work on him. Ooh, what's Thea going to keep? She's going to go for their lifesteal.
Dire's middle tower.
Okay, we see some aggression coming out onto the Snapfire, but that Lotus from his teammate does help him, and off they go.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Rage
under
could back
attack.
him off. So now you can
Dire's
see
middle
they are
tower
adapting.
is under attack.
This is what I like to see, guys. They are adapting. They're changing their gameplay. They're giving up the tower, saying, "Listen, take it. We need farm. We understand it." They're even checking Roche, so they know all the areas are visible down there. They know that they can be looking at Roche. Unfortunately, Roche they just missed it like 15 seconds away, so they're not going to see it respawn pretty soon. And I wonder if Lejund Skwad is going to go in and check it.
I'll take that.
You can see all the heroes, 3 heroes, all defending the Tidehunter, taking the aggressive farm. The Tidehunter going for a refresher, so he's going to look for total lockdown, hoping to lock down the enemy heroes and then enabling his TA and Slardar to come in and do some damage. Slardar does have his Shadow Blade up,
Radiant's middle
and
tower
like I
is
said,
under
he's going
attack.
for the Silver's Edge, trying to negate some of the tankiness coming out from Timbersaw and Pudge. Turns around into the back line. Now he is going to be a bit in the danger zone. Good ravage. Good ravage coming out from the Tidehunter. So that is your Snapfire going down. Now let's see. Tank versus tank. Slardar is there. Witch Doctor sends a stun in. Luckily they do split up very well. And that is going to be a dead Tidehunter, which is acceptable. Drow is not even in this fight. And they are turning out pretty even. Now they do have vision, or they had vision on the Slardar for a little bit. Slardar going back in. Slardar is going to land a double stun. Nice little stun coming out from him. And that is unfortunately the dead Slardar. You don't really want to be a melee hero versus a Timbersaw, and that is unfortunately what. Oh, what a hook from this Pudge! Does this guy miss? Does he have hook hacks, or is he just that good? I reckon he's just that good. I love to see it. Well, everyone loves to see a good Pudge player. It's just it's always so nice. And look at that. He's got his loads also. He's got good armor. And he is actually going to go and get an AC for his team as well. Once again, guys, I cannot say enough how I love the item choices coming out from these heroes. Negating the reduction of armor coming out from Term Rage Grip. In the early game, Team Rage Quit made some mistakes. A bit over aggressive, but they've really changed up their game plan at the moment, and I really like the way that they are playing at the moment. So it's looking good. It's really looking good for them. But I think it's just might be a little too late. Alright, so obviously Lejund Skwad does see that Roche is back up, and they are now going to take it. Gal showering through her mana at the moment. Are they going to give the Aegis to who? I'd reckon Arya take it. I'd love to see the Arya take it. But they're going to give it... Ooh. Tidehunter blinking in aggressively. Not being able to get anything, and he's going to die. Now back off. All I want from Rage Quit, back off. Get onto high ground. Wait for your Tidehunter. When he comes back, he's going to have double ult available for you guys. Tidehunter, does he have buyback? Tidehunter does not have buyback. He's 700 gold short. So they're going to have to wait it out 50 seconds without the Tidehunter. But when he comes back, double ravage, and that's when you need to strike fast and strike hard. Deal that damage, get rid of the heroes. I would have loved to see the Aegis rather on the Pudge or even the Timbersaw. Just because they mean a bit more. Drow does not have the greatest amount of farm. She's got the BKB up now, so she is a bit more safe. But yeah, wait for that Tidehunter. I'd even go as far as leaving this mid tower. They might lose the mid tower and get some damage onto the racks, but wait for the Tidehunter. 10 seconds. They do have Glyph. I'd use the Glyph and wait for the Tide. Not ooh, That hook onto Venge might be fatal, and she does go down. Alright. In comes Tide Hunter now.
Is under attack.
Link in, Ravage. Refresher. Refresher, Ravage. There we go. Nice. Does still have his Tendrils of the Deep, and that is a dead Witch Doctor. So they're taking care of the backline support, and Drow is now focusing on the TA. It's so hard dealing with these tanks, guys. It is really hard dealing with these tanks, unfortunately. Look at this Timber just standing under the towers over here. Arya does take out the Slaughter in the background, and unfortunately,
Radiant's middle barracks are
that was their one
under
chance. They used double Ravage,
Radiant's middle barracks
and
has
they got one kill.
fallen. Radiant's
Alright, one kill from a double Ravage. I think this game is over. Drow is going to eat up your towers at the moment. She has BKB chilled up. Ooh, Drow getting shot in on the tower. That is a Drow losing her Aegis. She still has BKB and 4-star or Hurricane Pike available, so she's not in too much trouble. There is a dead SD coming in. Oh, that is him dead. Nice. Last marksmanship tick coming in. Buybacks coming in from Slaughter and SD. Now, if you are Lejund Skwad, you carry on pushing. You don't have big ults that you're waiting for. You don't care. You're full HP, you're good to go. That's a Blinky and Tendrils of the Deep onto the two tankiest heroes in the enemy squad. So hero selection, terrible over there. TA gets hooked in, that's a dead TA. Gone. Right, this is where you call GG, guys. Stop the thing. Slaughter going in, trying to bash a illusion, and this is where my point gets proven. I did not like the draft coming out from this Rage Quit Gaming. Lejund Skwad doing great, loving it. The team play, the item choices, the target selection, everything was spot on coming in from Lejund Skwad this game. And unfortunately this game was just not Rage Quit's game. They're having a tough game. Tips, if I could be as crazy enough to give tips, is dull down on aggression. Dull down a bit on the aggression. Ooh, are we lagging? Are we having a DC? This happened the other night as well. We got kicked out of the server, and it wasn't my issue. And I think it might be the same issue at the moment again. Yeah, we get kicked out, and then we didn't get to find the server again. Let's see quickly if the server is available. No, it's available. Alright, so let's hop in. Because on my side the ping does seem fine. It is high, but it's on EU servers, that is why. So, sorry about this. But... Dota team coordinator, as you can see in the top lane over there. So might be a Dota update or something, which is unfortunate. But we all know where it's going to happen, and Lejund Skwad is going to take that game, unfortunately, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me just give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Let's quickly see if we can sort this out for you guys. Let's relog into Dota quickly. But just hang in there for a second. Come on. Much. No, it seems like we might be struggling, guys. We can see the Dota coordinator is offline at the moment. So, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see the end of that game. But yeah, we all know exactly how it's going to end. Nah, it's not gonna load up. Alright guys, I'm going to end it over there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry about this ending, but this one's not on me, unfortunately, and there's nothing I can do about it at the moment. So thank you guys all for logging in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. I'll let you guys know. Have a look down below. I've got all my links for all my social medias. Keep an eye on there. I'll let you guys know, keep you guys up to date. We might have some competitions running as well, so stay tuned for those as well. And we hope to see you soon. Cheerios.